Hello everyone, and welcome to MyniQ podcast. I'm your host, and I'll be sharing short English stories and conversations with you every day. Today's episode is The Great Fire of London. And the text level is to learn about words like can and must, and may talk about things that finished and things that are still happening, and compare things. Stick around till the end for 5 quick questions to test your understanding. Alright then, let's get listening.
The Great Fire of London. It was a dark and stormy night in September 1666 when the Great Fire of London began to spread its devastating flames across the city. The fire started at a bakery on Pudding Lane, where sparks from the oven ignited nearby hay and wood. The owner, Thomas Fariner, tried to put out the small blaze, but it quickly grew into a massive inferno that seemed to have a life of its own. The people of London were in a state of panic as they watched their homes and businesses being consumed by the flames. The fire moved with incredible speed, fueled by strong winds and the largely wooden construction of the city's buildings. As it spread, people began to flee in terror, carrying what little they could salvage from their burning homes. The king himself, Charles E., was awakened in the night by the news of the fire and quickly ordered his guards to evacuate the palace. He watched in horror as the city he loved burned to ashes before his very eyes. The Great Fire of London would eventually be brought under control on September 5th, but not before it had destroyed over 13,000 houses, 87 churches, and 44 guild halls.
Now, let's move on to the conversation between Billy, Meg, Callie, and their teacher, Louis, after reading the novel.
I just finished reading about the Great Fire of London. It's such an interesting event in history.
Yeah, I can imagine. It must have been really scary for the people living there.
I loved how you described the fire spreading quickly and the king trying to evacuate the palace. It felt so real.
Well, it's great that you are learning about these historical events, kids. History is all around us, and we can learn a lot from the past.
I know, right? I've been reading about different fires in history and how they affected people's lives. It's really fascinating.
I'm more interested in the superheroes who might have stopped the fire, but I guess that's not what happened.
Maybe we can write a story together where the Great Fire of London is stopped by our favorite superhero. That would be so cool.
Now, let's focus on learning about history and its actual events. We can save the superheroes for another time.
Now, let's test your understanding of the novel and the dialogue with 5 questions. Question 1. What started the Great Fire of London? A. A fire in a bakery on Pudding Lane. B. Strong winds in the city. C. The king's guards trying to evacuate the palace. D. The largely wooden construction of the city's buildings. E. A massive storm on September 5th. The answer is A. A fire in a bakery on Pudding Lane. Question 2. How many houses were destroyed by the Great Fire of London? A. 60. B. 10. C. 13. D. 20. E. 30. The answer is C. 13. Question 3. What was the king's reaction to the fire? A. He went back to sleep. B. He ordered his guards to evacuate the palace. C. He tried to put out the small blaze himself. D. He watched in horror as the city burned. E. He didn't care about the city. The answer is B. He ordered his guards to evacuate the palace. Question 4. Who was awakened by the news of the fire? A. Charles. B. Thomas Fariner. C. Billy's dad. D. Leah. E. The king himself. The answer is A. Charles. Question 5. How many guildhalls were destroyed by the Great Fire of London? A. 10. B. 20. C. 30. D. 40. E. 44. The answer is D. 40. That's it for today's quiz. How many did you answer correctly? Thanks for tuning in to my channel today. I hope you enjoyed the stories and conversations and found the quiz challenging yet fun. Don't forget to subscribe or follow us for more daily English learning content. Until next time, keep practicing your English and have a wonderful day.